Hi guys, and welcome back to the dynamic part of day 2. I'm Pete Sturgeon, commentating here. I'm not going to be commentating the whole time though. I need to run off and do some coaching duties in a bit. But I'll talk you through the lineup of athletes we have here first. So starting in about 3 minutes time, we have Dmitri doing DNF today. He did a massive personal best in monofin yesterday with a 272. He did almost equal his PB on no fins. Sorry, not yesterday. A few weeks ago in training. I think it's like a 183, something like that. I saw him do that a couple of weeks ago, so he's definitely in good form for this. So see how this goes for him. And then after that, we have Darryl from Great Britain, who I found out after talking to him yesterday after the comp has flown from the UK especially for this comp, which is crazy but admirable. So he was suffering quite a lot with jet lag yesterday. Only got about 3 hours sleep. I spoke to him just now. He said he had 6 hours sleep today, so a little better. He got a red card with his surface protocol yesterday, right at the 200. It was very close. Just got the order slightly wrong. And then he actually had a redive because there was a problem with his countdown. So he tried again as the last dive of the day, but I think just wasn't really feeling it. A bit of a struggle, and just called that dive early. Just came up, and saving himself for today. So you can see him there, just getting ready. Oh, sorry, we can't. I can see him getting ready next to Dmitri. He's hoping just to get a white card today. I expect somewhere around the 200 mark. It's a big ask to travel and then dive. Being jet lagged just is really not a good feeling when you're trying to relax. When your body thinks it's 4 a.m., which is the time now in the UK, it's hard to kind of stay relaxed. But hopefully you can get something he's happy with today. And then later on we have Ernaldo, who's doing dynamic. Did he do dynamic yesterday? I feel like he did. Oh no, Ernaldo did bifins yesterday, so he's doing dynamic today with his monofin. And we have after that Tracy, who I'll be coaching, who's doing dynamic again today. Wants to get a bit further than she did yesterday. So we see Dmitri starting his packing. He crosses OT. Starts his dive. So since getting back from Japan, Dimitri's kind of changed up his training a bit. He was at the Worlds in Japan a couple of months ago, and you can see now he's adding the dolphin kick with his no fins here. So he does a little flick of his feet just there before his arm pull. So after his regular kick, adds an extra flick and then the arm pull. Something he's been trying, I think, just the last couple of months. He's also changed the way he does his training sets. So he's focused a lot more on long dives and repeated long dives. So doing a long dive at a max and then doing a couple of just 80% of max, which is something I think he learned from chatting to some of the athletes in Japan. They picked up a lot of training tips while he was there, which is why it's often good to go to these big competitions. You know, you can really get some coaching for free and chat to some of the world's top athletes. I mean, which Dmitri is himself one of the world's top athletes. But it's always good to see people meet people who are training in different ways and discuss their training methodologies. some people are part of bigger teams with more resources. Team Estonia is a one-man team, so he trains with everyone here in Singapore. But yeah, compared to some of the bigger teams around the world, with coaches and dietitians, etc., it's not so much. So it's good to be able to go and meet those athletes. So you see him here turning at 100, looking very steady, changing his stroke much. I know Dmitri really focuses on trying not to speed up. Like there's a feeling, especially when the CO2 starts to hit hard, that you want to kind of rush forward. And Dmitri always tries to kind of resist that and just to keep at a steady pace. And he's usually happiest when he hasn't sped up on a dive. He's crossing 125. And approaching the wall here at 150. It's a really good pace, right? That extra dolphin kick, and it just gives him a little bit of extra propulsion, so a little bit of an increased pace versus what he was doing previously. As he crosses now 175, and he should be coming up around here. You can see he's just in the last few strokes. He's coming up. Only wears goggles, so he's got those off quickly and is recovering well. Just needs to make sure he keeps his head up. He's got so much weight on that it's hard to stay up. Without fins to keep you above, it can be a bit of a struggle there just to keep your mouth above water when the lane ropes are like this. You know, Dimitri's a big guy, doing a lot of weight. So it's a lot of weight that's pushing down on that lane rope. So it can be a bit of a struggle just to keep your mouth above the water, but I'm sure he's done it. And that, I make it about 187 or a 186 if they've rounded it down. So that's a huge no fins dive for Dmitri. Do you want to
just that camera? So.
Tom, I need to coach. Do you want to? Do you want to walk?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna run off to coach, so I'm handing you over to Tom for the next bit of session. Change view.
Okay, and we've got Darryl. Second day of dynamic monofinning. I was talking to him yesterday and saying, why did you choose monofin? He hasn't been freediving very long. And he said, I just tried it and I really like the feeling. He doesn't really even have a pair of bifins except for when he's teaching, instructing, or for fun dives. He's really gelled with the monofin. did his first World Championships this year and got a comp PB of 200. So he was really, really happy with that. Yesterday he did 200 and he was just a bit quick on his surface protocol and got the order wrong. So it was a red card. We'll see if he tries to repeat that today. Well, that's crossing the 125-meter mark, heading for the 150 wall. It's quite a fast diver. Like the bird's eye view from above. Now we're on Xingqiang, underwater camera. It's a bit underexposed maybe. Okay, and there's the 200, and he's up. Okay, order looked right that time. Looks fresh, can't see any blue lips. Ears look a good color. Darryl trains in an 18-meter pool back home with a plastic or silicon monofin, power fin. So he says it's a bit odd, just like transitioning to longer pools. But nice to put his Setma on. And it's a white card. He got it. Sweet. Nice work. Yeah, he looks pretty delighted with that. Now he's got one more day to try and get a new PB. Aldo packing. This is Aldo's second dive of the competition. His first yesterday was just over 150. Just crossing the 25-meter mark. And touch at 50. Yay, our histogram is our line chart is working. Ulf has been working tirelessly to get the stats working. We had a few technical problems yesterday. Thank you, Ulf, back home with your computer, working behind the scenes to make the overlays work. Double kick. Quite a powerful diver. And touch at 100. So Aldo's been extremely busy recently with work and travel. He's capable of a 190-meter dive. Like I said yesterday, he did one just over 150, 159 or something. Okay, there's touch at 150, fin out. A little bit near the surface on that one. .162. Traveling at about 2 meters per second at the moment. That's super fast. It's 175. Okay, he's going for it. Here we go. Still looking chill. Is he going for the wall? And he's up. Looked like a strong service protocol to me. Oh, he'll be delighted if that number is correct. We'll have to get confirmation from the judges, but we're looking at just slightly over 190. Yes, it's white. So good. We just have to wait for the final confirmation of the final distance. Oh, that's fantastic, fantastic. Well done, Aldo. And she's wearing a monofin. It looks like a monofin day. Yesterday we had a bunch of DNF. Today everyone seems to be strapping on their Tara's monofins. .193, it's confirmed. So that is a new, I believe it's a new national record for Ernaldo. And it's definitely a comp PB. Yeah, so we've had 3 dives now. Dmitri with that amazing 187-meter DNF. Darryl equaling his comp PB at 200. And Aldo with 193 meters. And we think it's a national record. We'll confirm that, but looks likely. And Tracy starts her dive. She's typically another fast diver, but we're seeing a trend of everyone diving fast these days. So she doesn't seem quite as quick as she used to, but she is a speedster. And Pete, who was doing commentary earlier, is coaching her. 40 seconds for that first lap. And she's just crossing the 75-meter mark. And that's touch at 100 meters. One, two, five, looking strong still. Double pump and glide. And she touches the water at 150, the wall at 150. Now, Tracy, we know, would very much like to touch the 200-meter wall. She was close to it yesterday. She came up at around 175, 180. There's 175 right now. Oh, she's up. Okay, nice and clean. Oh, you're doing it. And it's a white card. Excellent. Hey, and I've got Darryl with me. He's just finished his dive. That must have made you a bit happier than yesterday.
Yeah, I was so much calmer today. I think I'm finally getting over the jet lag, but just happy to get my white card.
Yeah, it looked very strong. There was no confusion at all. Could see your lips and your ears from the zoom cam above, and they were both very pink.
they were okay. Yeah,
Definitely had a bit more.
I did have some nerves. I think when you've had a kind of rocky start, the first lap I was quite nervous, and I kind of felt like giving up. But then as soon as I made the first turn, I relaxed. And from there, I managed to kind of stay slow.
Super, really good. So I just want to know, how is this going to affect your plans for tomorrow?
Same plan.
It's going to
Hopefully.
stick with the monofin?
Yeah, stick with monofin. Yeah, that's kind of my only only discipline at the moment. So I think once I've got to a decent level with the monofin, then I can start to kind of branch out to other disciplines. Maybe join you on some statics.
Yeah, that would be nice.
How was your static?
It felt absolutely terrible. Actually, I haven't talked about my static. Yeah, I kind of got my warm up in, but then was interrupted in the middle because Flo did 10:40. I'm going to blame Florian. He did whatever that was, 10:45 or 10:50, and everyone was cheering, so I gave up on a hold, and then I was behind time, and I missed a few holds on my warm up. So yeah, it wasn't the best feeling hold, but I went to 7. I didn't.
I went 7. Okay.
Yeah, I went to 7. Blocked all my contractions, but yeah, I think tomorrow will be the day. I'll try and see if I can push a bit further tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and that's 179 confirmed for Tracy. Next up, we got Pat. Pat is one of our GetECstatic original members. She's got a pair of bifins in. She hasn't got an AIDA bifins result this year, so she's another monofinner. She would generally rather not have to do bifins, but it's one of the disciplines, so if she wants to get the points for AIDA, then she has to put them on occasionally.
I've got my teaching ones, which I use in the lake, but got to wear some, socks with those, and yeah, they're not great. So
tell me about training in the UK. You said that you do most of your depth diving, is it, in the lake?
Yeah, it's in the cold, dark lake. It's lovely. But to be honest, most of the time we're in the pool. So that's the kind of meat of the training. But yeah, and travel abroad to get depth when we can.
Yeah, that makes sense. Where it's a quarry, is it, that you're diving in?
Yeah, there's a few. So sometimes all the way up to kind of Manchester area. Been to Shrewsbury recently, but my local lake is Wraysbury, so it's near Heathrow.
Okay.
And only 14 meters depth.
Okay, it's enough to do some RV practice or something.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Better to be in the water than not.
Yeah.
Are you based in the north of London?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based just outside of Watford in a place called Bushy.
Pat's using, I thought it was continuous clicks, but she's gliding occasionally. I don't think she really has a pattern for bifins. She just does what feels good. Back on the underwater cam. Very efficient, streamlined form. Now, she hasn't really been doing any long dives. In fact, she hasn't really been training at all. Pat, okay, I was just going to say, so it'll be interesting to see how she goes. She's laughing. Yeah, but she won't. She can also be quite hard on herself, so I suspect she won't be super happy with that one. She's done 205, I think. It's her national record for bifins. Yeah.
It's funny. It's such a psychological sport. One day you can do great. The next day you just don't feel it. Something's wrong with the body, or even just mentally not feeling it, and it's a completely different dive.
She's smiling but rolling her eyes as well.
Wait for the white card. That's the most important part, right?
Yeah, so it was white. Okay, well, at least she's got some points. Maybe she'll come and talk to us.
Right.
Okay, thanks, Darryl. Yeah, I'll catch up with you again later.
Okay, so up next, we have Xingqiang. I didn't see what happened with Pat. I think she came up early, did she? Usually when Pat comes up laughing, it means she's given up on the dive. And then Tracy's dive, 179, but there was an issue with the start. The speaker didn't play the 2 minutes or the 130, so she's considering whether or not she goes again, like Darryl did yesterday.
1 minute more, less than 1 minute.
So Xingqiang with about nearly 30 seconds to go. He's doing no fins. I'm sure he has a national record. I'm not sure where at.
Give it to me, Joe. It's not line A, is it? It's line B, isn't it?
I don't know what they meant.
Is it line A?
B.
Xingqiang really packs a lot. I'm not sure if he still does it, but he used to not really take a full breath. He would take like an 80% breath and then just do the rest with packing. Found it more relaxing. I don't know if that's a technique he still uses. Can I get that? Can I see the other tabs? So yesterday, Fu did no fins as well, right? Did a 157. So he's repeating the same discipline as well today. Touching the wall at 50. I mean, he's been training no fins a lot. The fact that he's doing it 2 days in a row, I guess, means he wasn't happy with the result yesterday because he's got more. He crosses 75 meters. Doing his usual double kick, single pull. You can see as he finishes his arm pull there, it's a good shot. You can see how he just raises his head slightly. And it's just to keep himself up a little bit in the water. I guess the arm pull kind of pulls him down and he raises his head just to move his body back up a little. Tucks it down again as he puts his arms back in the arrow. Switching to single kick now. He's speeding up. And crossing the 125. Not doing huge glides today. It's quite a large number of strokes. This is coming now up to 150. And he does this all the time in training. This would be an average training dive for him. Submax 150. So, yep, making a turn here. So came up around here yesterday. And really not much gliding now. A lot of kicking and pulling. It comes up a little bit further than yesterday, right in front of us here in the commentary. He looks fine. Easy service protocol. Just a bit out of depth there, I think. So with no fins on, just maybe having to work a little bit to keep upright. but no problem with his focus or hypoxia. Clean surface protocol. I'm sure that's going to be a white card. And yeah, that's a white card. And down at the other end, Claire has already been given her 2 minutes to official top. 1 minute 30 now. Today she's doing dynamic. She's going to be using her bifins. Yesterday she did DNF 118 meters. So switching to bifins today, but under the dynamic discipline, not the bifins discipline. And her PB in dynamic or competition best is 174. It's actually below her bifins, which is 182. So she has the national record, or she has the national record in all 4 pool disciplines. And in bifins, it's 182. Dynamic is 174. As I say, she's doing it with her bifins, so we know that she can do 182 with her bifins. So we'll see what she can do today. Anything above 174 would be a national record in this discipline. Finishing her last breath right at the official top and starts her packing. Gets down at +6. So not a lot of packing there, just a few packs. So you see her speed there, roughly 1 meter a second. She's reaching the wall at 50. There's a turn without much glide, starts kicking almost immediately after the turn. But I'm not sure it's been mentioned by anyone else, but the walls here at this pool are actually a little bit sticky with bifins. If you get the fin or the foot pocket flat against the wall when you push off, it kind of sucks on the fin and sticks the fin a little bit to the wall, which can tug you backwards and can be hard to get a good push-off glide off the wall. So it's partly why you might see athletes not getting a great shove off the wall. But there's ways around it, like trying to push with just your toes or just your heels. But can be a little bit distracting. She turns at 100 and is really picking up the pace now. Up to 1.1 meters a second. She crosses 125. Slowing down a bit now, relaxing. Maybe that was the fast section, maybe was where she was feeling the most stress from the CO2, that urge to speed up. But she's got control again. Has lowered the pace, nice and relaxed pace. She touches the wall at 150. Kicks off and starts kicking again immediately. So not much glide off the wall. She's approaching at 165 now. And coming up for the 175, which would be already a national record now. And coming up. Looks pretty clean, just steadily taking her time over the surface protocol. Yeah, everything nice and clean, really clear, coordinated movements, nose clip, goggles, sign, and then I'm okay. No shake, and looked like she was fully present the whole time. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a white card. And that's a national record by a few meters. 174 was her current record, and I can't see exactly where that is, but it looks to me to be 176. So just edging her own record a little bit further out. And yeah, a white card as expected. Up next, we have Cecilia, who is doing dynamic no fins. And Cecilia yesterday did static twice. In the morning, a bit of a shorter hold, and then in the afternoon session, longer hold.
That's a pretty good photo.
Yeah, in the afternoon, a longer hold, like closer to her PB, not quite at her PB, but close. So she's switching to dynamic today. Static and no fins generally complement each other pretty well. To do no fins, you have to have the ability to relax a little bit more than the other dynamic disciplines. There's a lot of gliding involved, a lot of doing nothing. So in that way, it's kind of similar to a static, and it's doesn't quite have the same kind of muscle endurance component that you might get, say, in bifins, where the same muscles are constantly working. With no fins, you're switching the work between your arms and your legs. So lactic's generally not such a problem for most athletes on no fins. You see Cecilia start her dive at about +2 seconds. So yeah, because no fins doesn't have quite that same kind of athletic component as maybe like bifins or monofin, or mostly bifins, then it complements pretty well with static training. So Cecilia's been doing a lot of static. She might also be in good form for no fins. She doesn't actually have a no fins competition result yet. I've seen her do around 50 in training. I think it's a discipline that she's just kind of restarted training recently. I mean, Cecilia's not really been diving that long, and no fins is the one that it's a discipline that has the most technique and skill involved in it, and so it's the one that really takes, I guess, the longest to master from that perspective. So as someone who's not been freediving long, she's not had a lot of time to focus on it. She does have a really good breath hold, so we'll see how that converts for her to no fins. She turns at 50. Actually, wait, she's done a lot more than 50. What am I talking about? I think she did 100 in training the other day. Yeah, I think I saw her do 100.
It's turned off, right?
which was a big jump up from her, I think, from her previous PB. So we'll see how close she gets to that today. She's going past now, coming up to 75 meters. Still nice and slow, like not rushing. Just nice, steady pace.
A good breath also.
Yeah, exactly. Taking advantage of a long static hold. By just taking this dive nice and steady and relaxed. Just crossed there at 85 meters. And coming in towards the wall at 100. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 100 is her PB, at least around there. Let's see if she comes up here or makes a turn. She's making a turn. But coming up pretty soon after. Bit of a shake. She's focusing on the goggles first. Let's show the sign. Okay. So that was a bit of a close one. Nose tip and goggles came off first, and then hands around her face. I'm not sure if she touched her face. If an athlete goes back and touches their goggles again, or touches their face where their goggles were, then that can be a red card if the judges decide it's not a face wipe. Reason being is sometimes, oh, she's got given a white. Excellent. So yeah, she didn't touch her face. So it all worked out.
I've tried to do my proper warm-up.
But yeah, if an athlete's so hypoxic that they're not aware whether or not they've removed their goggles or not, they can go back and start trying to grab back at the goggles. And the judges will give that a red, but she didn't look like she was doing that, but her hands looked kind of dangerously close to her face, just kind of like clenched either side of her head. So a good result from her. I think that's a PB, and that's her first competition result for no fins. She's looks very pleased.
No, that's
Next up, we have Choon from Malaysia.
It's going to be more like
I think straight at the camera.
it's all about design.
So yeah, Choon is based here in Singapore. I'm not sure which club he trains with.
Apnea 42.
Trains it with Apnea 42, I'm being told. And today is doing dynamic bifins. And his, he doesn't actually have a competition result for, oh no, sorry, he's doing dynamic, not dynamic bifins. He's doing dynamic, but wearing bifins, and his dynamic competition best is 100 meters.
And then quickly push. Try and do it with the other. You have to do it to both the bar and
10 seconds left.
On this one.
Taking his last breath and packing.
Yeah.
He went down right at the official top there. It was pretty close. Can't tell. It almost seemed like it might have been a second early, but I couldn't really tell from this distance. We'll see. So he's going at a fair pace, 1.2 meters a second. Giving the safeties a bit of a workout. turning at 50. A lot of divers tend to go a little bit faster, especially in the first 50 in a competition. It's just the adrenaline and the nerves, just resulting in a bit more power being put into the legs. And it might seem that you're going the same speed as normal, but actually you're going faster. I know he's really going 1.4 meters a second. All the safety's sprinting after him.
So Superman position.
So safety's not really catching up. He's coming into a wall at 100 with his arms by his side. And he is up at 100. And he's okay. He looked pretty good there. He's shaking his head. Maybe a little bit short of what he was hoping. I mean, he definitely looked like he had a lot of oxygen left. I feel like maybe at that speed, he might have had quite a lot of lactic. It was a very fast finish. So probably potentially just kind of feeling tired and unsure as to whether to turn. But yeah, easy finish, easy surface protocol for him in the end. And equal his previous competition best. I don't know how that compares to his PB.
Did we get enough one for Cecilia? Yeah?
No.
Not for Cecilia?
No.
And up next, we have Afiza, who we saw yesterday.
Try and change your speed and try refresh.
Yesterday, Afiza was doing static, and she did a 4:30 in the first session.
Yeah.
And didn't do the second session, or the second OT of static, just the one OT. And today he's doing dynamic bifins. So the official results there for the last two dives. See Choon with 100 meters with white card, and Cecilia with 105 meters no fins with white card. And confirmation of Claire's there as well, the national record at 176, and Fu's at 162 no fins. So a little further than he did yesterday. Fiza's 02 is in 2 and a bit minutes. Refusing interviews today.
Fine.
Fine. All right, so we're joined here by Pat. What happened on your dive, Pat? Looked like you came up.
Talk about it.
Don't want to talk about it.
Okay, no lah.
Okay. Give up.
I want to sulk in front of the camera.
Sulk.
You don't sulk.
It was pancakes and pizza.
No.
Okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm thinking about it. So probably DNF or DNS.
What did you do today? I didn't see you. Was it both things?
Yeah, I know.
Just adjusting buoyancy.
And
Coming up on farting.
I don't.
I felt embarrassed, but then after that, I felt even more embarrassed coming up before even 150
Do you know what?
meters.
I think a lot of the time that just stays in your wetsuit. I don't think people can see it. And if
I-
they do, they just think it's this air escaping.
I came up and I asked Choon. I said, "Did you see?" Then she said, "Yes."
Okay.
Then I said, "Wait, do you know what I'm talking about? Did you see?"
I did. When you started?
No, it was at the 100 turn.
Fiza's just getting her
Yeah.
countdown. 5 seconds.
Okay, let's see what Afiza's gonna do. More than 120.
You know, if she's been training a lot, do you know?
She's quiet even on social media and in real life. I think she does. Yeah. She's really chill. Oh, she's doing a glide as well.
Glides in with the kicks.
4,
Yeah, really.
5, 6.
Well, maybe it was just one glide. Just trying to settle herself, maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Sometimes. Oh, there we go. Another one. Okay, so some occasional glides thrown in.
when she feels like it.
Yeah, maybe sometimes I take a bit of a pause on my dives when I feel a bit too much bodily tension and I just want to kind of like ease it out, either just slow down or relax for a second before you start kicking again. Maybe it's something like that.
I like the pattern. I wouldn't want to just anyhow glide.
Like a, yeah, look like floor touch on the turn there, but like before the turn. So
I don't think floor touch was mentioned in the rules in this comp during the comp briefing.
maybe from my angle I can see if it actually
I
touched the
think
floor.
if
But
she touched at the turn, is fine.
okay. She's speeding up a bit now.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. You can see the safety's having to kick a bit harder. And she's reaching out one hand. She's like she's kind of like wants to get to that 100.
I think she did 150 meters before in a
Okay.
previous comp, like a few years back. No, alamak.
Yeah.
She's fresh lah, no need to shout so loud.
Yeah. Yeah, she seemed to rush a little bit towards the wall there, like kind of stretching out one hand, kind of.
Huh?
Yeah, I think she thought she was closer than she was for that turn. I think maybe if that's less than what she normally does, maybe that's like slightly disconcerting when you expect to be near the wall and you discover that you're not. That can kind of snap you out of your relaxed mind state a little bit.
Yeah, yes.
That could be why she's done a little bit less than her best. But we don't know how much she's been training, so
Yeah, I don't know.
she looks happy enough. Yeah. So
Good job, Afiza.
yeah, her Bifin's best is 150.
Yeah, she's done 100, but it was a couple of years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what she's doing in training now. So
This one she registered as a dynamic, and I think that's actually her. She doesn't have a dynamic previously, so that is now her first and best dynamic dive. And then up next we have. Who do we have? Yik Thiam.
Yik Thiam, I'm so sorry. I think Afiza and Thiam trains together.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes I see their Instagram stories. They do static and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I think yesterday didn't do static. I think he did static yesterday, right? Yeah, and got a 5 minutes.
Oh.
I think was that it? Did he have quite a big samba yesterday? I've seen so many dives, I can't remember which or which.
Maybe.
But I feel like he had like a bit of a struggle, but recovered well. So see what he's got today. And
don't go, where you go?
I don't know, I'm just standing up to see. Yeah, he's actually using a monofin. So a lot of divers are doing dynamic, but with bifins. He is using a monofin.
It's psychologically harder to do DNFs or do it on the first day. Is that why there were so many DNFs yesterday as compared and today monofilling?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. You think it's psychologically harder? Sometimes I think maybe it's easier because it's shorter. You just think, I'm just gonna do roughly 100. Me anyway. Less to like visualize, less to plan through.
Right. Yik Thiam. Wow.
So you're going back to no fins tomorrow, is it?
I think so. Yeah. I'm coaching flow again in the morning
Oh
tomorrow.
yeah, big responsibility that.
I think I was more nervous about that than my actual dive.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Tell us about the coaching. What instructions did he give you?
His instructions were actually very simple. And I suppose I listened to the feed yesterday, and when he was talking, he said like the more experienced you are, the less the coaching you require during your dive. And it's very true because for Tom as well, we don't give any words of encouragement. Whereas for me, it's like Okay, Pat, you're almost there. Nice soothing voice. Bring one arm up, one arm down. That's 15 seconds. Good job. Well done, Pat.
I think seeing as you're tuning in on the static live, you should do static tomorrow.
I don't know if you can hear Tom, but he recommended me to do static tomorrow. No, thank you. Okay, Yik Thiam,
Okay, so
let's go.
starting his.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Good technique there. Just
very
upper body, like not moving. Very powerful kicks.
powerful.
Really giving it some. You see the speed there, 1.25 meters a second, so decently fast.
Whoa.
Coming into the wall at 50. Nice smooth turn. So he also does not have a bifins dive, sorry, a dynamic dive registered, but his best bifins is 158. So I expect we'd see something around there or more.
Just stop. No. Just read it.
Okay, 100 meters.
Yeah, coming in 100. I made that 38 seconds for the 50. So a good fast pace.
Oh, the underwater camera is beautiful. You can see the whole
Yeah.
technique there. Very nice. Okay.
So crossing 125 now. Still very fast. The judge is having to skip along to keep up with him. Still putting some glides in. So not sprinting yet, but really big, powerful kicks.
Yeah.
Coming into the wall at 150.
Oh.
And he's up.
Yeah.
And across the lane.
Is it?
And he's got it in time, I think. Yeah. That was it's always a bit of a struggle to come up on one side of the lane and then cross the lane to try and face the judges like that. It's usually best just to kind of like come up in one spot rather than trying to maneuver yourself across the lane to face the judges. I think he's probably got a white there. Yeah, excellent. And probably, so yeah, as a competition best for him because he doesn't have one previously, but yeah, big solid dive there. Very fast as well. Joined here by Tracy again.
Hi, everyone.
Are you going to redo your dive?
I have not decided yet.
So Tracy appealed, and the appeal was successful because there was no, the countdown wasn't given properly. There was no 2 minutes and 1:30 in the countdown.
Yes, I mean, my coach, Pete, he did tell me it was 2 minutes. He told me, yeah, took the time.
I
But then,
didn't know it was 1:30. I was like, probably roughly 1:30 now.
yeah, I figured it's like, that is not 1:30, I think.
Yeah. So you got a chance to do it again at the end, like Darryl did yesterday. Are you gonna do that?
The thing is, it's pretty hard to actually get there mentally again. You've done all the preparation and then you're gonna try and do it again. That's a lot more effort.
Why not just don't get there mentally? Just take it like a club dive, just a training dive.
That's true.
See how it goes.
Yes, but I want to discuss, how do you win this comp? Is it counted as 2 disciplines or 3 disciplines together?
I just do commentary, Trace. I don't
Yes,
do
you should ask Tom, right?
I only repeat what Tom tells me. Tom, there's a question about points. Is it? Tom's run away. He didn't want to face questioning.
Next up.
So next up we have Michael Kao. Michael trains with us at Zen Freediving. He's also not been diving a long time. Michael's a very, very experienced scuba diver. Does all kinds of crazy 4 or 5 hour scuba dives.
Yes, it's crazy.
And has been doing freediving for a few years now. His competition best is 162 with bifins, which is what he's doing today. So we'll see. But Tracy's question was, how are you doing the competition results? Is it on two out of 3?
Yeah, so there's 3 days, but because we know that not everyone can compete for all 3 days, we're adding up points for 2 different disciplines. That means if people have to work on Monday, tomorrow, then they can still be in the running. But they do have to be different. So you can't do, if you do dynamic and dynamic, then you'll just get the best, you just get one set of results. You won't get them added together.
Yeah.
And we're using AIDA points multiplied by a coefficient of the distance. So bifins, you get slightly more points than you do for a dynamic dive of the same distance.
Yeah.
Just because the world record isn't quite as long.
If you're doing 1040 in static, though, you don't really need to do 2 disciplines. You just do the one.
I don't think that gets you enough points, to be honest.
To beat Dmitri, yeah, maybe. So what are you gonna do, Trace?
Let's decide later. Let's
Michael's-
watch Michael's dive.
Michael's taking his last breath. And starts at +3.
So Michael has converted to short fins. So he's done, so he normally would have a goal for himself before buying new equipment or new
Okay.
gears.
So did he have long fins before?
So before he's done 150 with just silicone fins. And that's when he decided to buy a Molchanov's fiberglass fin. And he didn't like that.
Oh.
It's just, I guess, a different kind of style of finning. So
Yeah.
I think recently he's converted back to a shorter fin.
Okay, so he's going to get to 200 with the silicone before he
Yeah.
buys some carbon, is it?
Exactly.
All right, well,
Good goal, though.
yeah, okay.
Just touched 150 there.
So the 162 he did in comp, do you know if he did that with the short fins?
Yes,
or-
short fin.
Wow, that's impressive.
And short plastic fin.
Yeah. So not even the silicone.
Sorry. Silicone
Silicone
fins.
fins, right, yeah. As opposed to short carbon, yeah. So obviously, not a super high pace because you can't generate that much speed with those fins. But if you see that the finning there on the underwater camera, nice and symmetrical kicks, fins breaking both ways, up and down. So he's getting power on both directions. And I made that about a 45, 46 seconds for the 50. So by no means slow, just not as quick as some of the speeds we've seen with people in the long carbon fins. Coming up to 125. Looking very nice and composed still. Finning still same pace and same shape. Still nice and symmetrical, nice straight legs. Nice steady pace. So he comes into 150
150
wall
now.
for touch. I made about 44 seconds for that. So speeding up slightly, but not a ton.
I think that is his PB for the carbon fins.
Oh, okay. So he's done longer with the silicone.
Yes.
He's now coming up to 165. Oh, and he's stopped underwater.
Mm.
That was sudden.
Oh.
See that coming.
I also did not see that coming. That was fast.
Yeah. So hypoxia hit him pretty quickly there. And the safeties have got him. He seems to be coming back round. Yeah.
And he's back.
He's back. So, I mean, we were slightly, couldn't really see very well with the lane rope, like obscuring the view there. He looked pretty good coming into the turn. Nice and steady, wasn't speeding up. But perhaps just like lacking a little bit of focus and didn't notice the hypoxia kicking in because he didn't really make any kind of attempt to surface. Just kind of like steadily went down. But it did seem to come on really quick because
it was
After the turn, his technique still looked good from what we could see, which wasn't a lot with the lane rope in the way of the camera.
yeah, I think it's just his arm started to give, and that was it. That was quick.
Yeah, it was. But you know, these things happen when you're pushing yourself to max in competition, and he's all right now. Safeties did a good job there of getting them up to the surface very quickly afterwards.
Yeah, one factor is actually when you're a bit nervous, you sometimes breathe more.
Yeah.
And hyperventilation or dynamic is
Yeah.
not really a good idea.
Yeah, like before the dive, sometimes the adrenaline just causes you to take like larger lungfuls in and out, and so you can be over breathing versus what you were doing in training without really noticing, and that can cause like a less strong dive reflex, and then the hypoxia to occur a little bit quicker and maybe earlier than you expected. But I mean, that was longer than his previous competition dive, and I guess around his PB. So it was coming up at like the 165 there.
Yes.
So pretty long dive for him. It's obviously like around his max. His previous competition best is 162, so longer than that. But a red card. That's the only red card of the dynamic section, actually. So really good results all around. We can see there the official results. Haven't quite got the official distance yet for Yik Thiam. But that was pretty obviously 150 because he came up at all. Otherwise, there's the results from the dynamic. Yeah, good dives all around.
And we actually have a national record, Ernaldo.
Oh, was it? I didn't get to commentate on that. So yeah, 193, big dive for him. Do you know what that's up from his previous?
190 previously.
Is that his national record?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's his
So
national.
added 3 meters to his own national record. It's a really good result. I mean, I think you compare that to his bifins yesterday, where he came up at like around the 150, doing arm strokes because his legs had given out. So he's clearly been doing a lot more
dynamic training.
He's been doing a lot more of the dynamic side of things rather than the bifins. He didn't really seem to have a problem with any lactic today. So yeah, good results. So I think we're taking a break there. Okay, so there's round 2 of the static, but whilst everyone had the option of taking a second O2, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like only one person has actually taken us up on that opportunity. It sounded like Michelle's the only person who's going to go again for the static. I don't think she was so happy with how everything went for hers this morning. She said she was a bit too hot. Warm-ups didn't go right. David dropped a weight on her when she didn't want it, something like that. She couldn't hear the countdown, and yeah, so maybe not as relaxed as she could have been, but then also just a little bit tricky with the surface protocol. I think it went over 15 seconds. She said the judges were going to review it, but I haven't heard that they overturned it, so I guess it stayed as a red. She's going to go again, but I think everyone else had pretty long dives this morning. I think everyone did better than they did yesterday, I think, or some people who didn't dive yesterday. Although I would have thought.
Do you have the results for the static?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay, so we're leaving now, and we're going to come back with the static. Oh, and thanks to our sponsors who are here on the screen. As you can see, Phoenix Rehab, Prussian Blue, Rugby, Ocean Hugs, GetECstatic, Barbarian. What does it say? I can't read it. Sorry. Oh, Barbarian Nose Clips. Yep. Lazy Fish and Free Dive with Pat. So yeah, thanks to everybody who's sponsored.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. The next static will commence beyond 1:10 p.m. 1:10 p.m. Yeah, that's right. So we'll update on who's going once we get the stream started. Thank you for watching.